I love that stage work you did.
Thank you.
I be acting up, put my ass on tube.
Y'all wanna go? You want us out of this? You want us to go? Oh, you gonna call me out?
Do you see him? Can you say Twysted?
Come on, man.
What's happening, Willie? How y'all doing in this time one time? Y'all make sure you look for yourself. I guess we gonna sit down. We gonna sit down. Twysted, why you ain't dance when you beat drunk? I ain't got the moves like you, man. At least you recognize it. How y'all doing today? It's just so amazing, so beautiful to be here with y'all, to be celebrating really this city and what we are and what we can accomplish. Put this water down. I am a country boy from 30th Avenue. And I definitely understand what it's like when you have so much creativity, you have so much to say, you have so much on your chest, and you're trying to figure out how to put it out into the world, right? And I feel like this event, what we're trying to do now more than ever is to showcase that whatever you have and whatever creativity you have can go farther than where you are right now. And people want to hear what you have to say. My first project, a lot of y'all probably weren't even born, my first project came out in 2001. And I didn't make quite enough noise up until 2010. But none of that ever stopped me from doing what needed to be done to follow my dream and keep making music. And so I'm here today to pretty much tell you that anything is possible as long as you put your mind to it, you work very hard at it, and then you understand that it's not always gonna work out how you see fit in the beginning, right? And so I definitely wanna open the floor for Twysted. I also want any questions y'all may have about my journey or about the music industry that I can provide any information, I will. But for starters, I want you to know that just because you're from Reading, Mississippi don't mean nothing. That the world is ready to hear your story, that I'm ready to hear whatever story you have to say when it comes to music, when it comes to art, when it comes to social media, anything of that nature. It's just really important that you be yourself all the time. You showcase who you are, because that's what's really gonna drive you forward out here in this world, I promise you. Oh no, you just gotta tell me your story again, man. Again.
Hey, I'm Twysted again, y'all still rocking with us, I see, you know. But I want to piggyback off what he said. I missed that part earlier. It's really important, like I said, being yourself is really important, because I'm gonna say, and I'm not an artist, I'm gonna say off of being an artist, the artist that he is. It's like being yourself, you can pull people into liking you. Your story may matter to somebody else. Somebody else might have the same story as you. And as him being the artist that he is, he can speak that story and reach more people than you. You know what I'm saying? So being yourself is very important. I love being myself, brother, who likes it or not.
Clear.
But let me see what else I can say.
I mean, well, for starters, raise your hand if you're a rapper.
He's scared. Raise your hand.
Raise your hand if you rap.
Okay.
Raise your hand if you sing.
Okay, we got some singers here. Now, I'm gonna tell them what they asked me. Who said they sing? I'm gonna bring you the mic so you can sing for them.
This how you start. It's not small. This is a small, very violent situation. here is a dancer. We got any dancers in here? We got some dancers in here. Who is the artist? We got any artists in art people in here? Yeah, I mean, so this is very important. Oh, any videographers in here?
And the content creators. There we go.
Oh, wow, okay. Okay. So understand this, that all the hands that were raised, everyone can actually help everybody in the building. Because if you're a singer, you can be on a rapper's record and vice versa. If you're a producer in here, you can produce the beat for everybody. If you're the videographer, then you shoot the video. The social media person is always needed because that's the new marketing way. Somebody that understands what people like to see and knows how to post, and so everyone has an opportunity to work. I've learned over the years that it's best to work with people that's close in proximity. I didn't know Twysted back in the day as far as his production, but me and him actually have worked at this point now. And a lot of people that I ended up working with back in the day, they also went on to have careers as well, and we can call each other up and we can still work. So yeah, you can't find the popping or the hottest producer in the moment, but if you have a friend that makes beats, if you have someone that sings, allow them an opportunity to be on your record, because if one of y'all pop off, it's still gonna help the other one in the long run. And that is called cross-platforming, and it gives you the opportunity to also reach further when it comes to other people in the music industry. Twysted.
Get my phone out. I wrote some text down.
I got a question. That's for you.
Okay.
I asked this question earlier. How long did it take for you to get that look like, okay, I'm here now? How long did that take you?
It took me 11 years to sign a deal. 11 years to sign a major label deal, and then it took me an additional 3 years to drop my first major label album. And then an additional 4 years to realize that being a part of a major label wasn't what was necessary for my career. Everyone has a different narrative when it comes to whether they sign to a label or not. But for me, I realized that I wanted to keep all of my creative control, and I wanted to be who I am as an individual, but as an artist. A lot of times you can go get a deal, you can get an opportunity, but you have to ask yourself, are you being who you are truly? And if you're chasing a radio hit or if you're chasing fame, then 9 times out of 10, you're gonna always be chasing the next trend, which can burn you out at some point in your career. And so I encourage every artist to know themselves prior to signing a deal, prior to even chasing your dream to some extent, because it will be tempting to do something to become famous really quick. To drop a song just because that's what's popular. To do a dance, and then you find yourself in this loophole where you're not being yourself at all or something.
Next question. In what moment, this was both of y'all too, did you go, okay, I'm gonna be K.R.I.T now. Like, that's me. That's who I am now. What moment did, like, was it a moment or was it a time that gave you that feeling?
My first moment was having a song we had called Adidas Ones in the Club playing on the radio station in Redmond City. Yeah, actually, I don't know if y'all remember Ted's, Mr. He Did It from back in the day, but he was one of the first people to play my song. And that was the moment I realized that I was being creative. And okay, this is actually possible for me.
So it didn't take you like have a lot of people say it's like my city recognizing me for what my art is.
Local radio station played my song while I was working at City Trends at the time.
So it's deep. It's deep right there. I want to say something like that, but I ain't gonna lie. I have to say the day I woke up and I seen that billboard mentioned me on Twitter, and I kind of went to sleep on it, like literally. I went back to sleep like, billboard, this gotta be fake. I went back to sleep. I woke back up and it was like, I was like the #1 producer on the Billboard charts. And like, I literally, I'm not making this up, I literally started Googling like, what does it mean to be, because I'm like, wait, Billboard #1, like, up here? Like, that was a crazy moment. I started telling my mom and stuff, she's like, what that mean? I'm like, I don't know. I'm trying to see too. So, well, apparently it was a big thing, so like, that was my moment, for sure.
Okay. Next question. Was there a particular somebody when you walked in and they knew who you were like, wow, you know who I am? Like, who was that for you?
I would say it was two people. It was David Banner and Bun B. Yeah, I ran into Bun B in New York and randomly asked him to jump on one of my records called Country-ish at the time. And as I'm introducing myself, Bun B said, I already know who you are. And that just blew my mind. And to me, that solidified a certain level of me being a fan of their music and UGK music growing up for so long, and for him to know who I was as an artist. It just made everything come back full circle. And then once again, I ran into David Banner at the radio station here in Meridian, Mississippi, and he was aware of my music at the time and what I've been doing, and that was full circle because the first time I met him was at McIntosh Farms along with Lil Flip, you know, and so, and I still hadn't had a deal at that time. So it still was him having his ear to the underground narrative. I still had a lot more work to do, but I was making ground where the right people had heard my music.
Yeah, that's tough. I didn't even know that. Yeah, I have to say it's two for me too. The first one, I have to say it was one time I met T.I. in the studio one time. And he kind of knew who I was from one of these DJs. You know what I'm saying? And the second one recently happened. Matter of fact, before I came down here to the city, I happened to be at an event, and one of my guys like, hey, I'm gonna go to the studio and such and such. So we get to the studio, you know, he introduced me, and it was Metro Boom. Me and Metro just in the studio. He was like, yeah, man, I already know you here. Boom, boom, boom. That was hard. That was too hard, what? I'm about to fan out here.
Do anybody have any questions? Raise your hand. Come on.
Well, that's a long
That's a
one.
long
Don't
one.
throw it. Throw it, Mike.
Leave me halfway.
I thought he was gonna throw it at first. He was gazing it though. He was trying to measure it out and see.
Y'all ever consider doing like a movie collab? Like how y'all when you get started, you know, coming up in our hometown?
Man, that'd be lovely.
100%, man. I mean, I'm not gonna ask the youth because I hope not. But how many of the grown folks just seen the movie Sinners? So for me, and knowing that Meridian or Mississippi in general has an opportunity to tell our story in some kind of way or some format, because people do want to know about not only the history, but for years I've been trying to get people to come down here and see how it is, because there's a misconception of what's going on, not only in Meridian, but in Mississippi in general. You know, and then, you know, shout out to Jamal Roberts, because that was on a scale of being able to show people that it's not what you think. It's not the movies in the past that they've been told, and it's not, you know, the slight jokes that people might hear at award shows about Mississippi, but no, there's so much talent in Mississippi. There's so much creativity, and it's not dirt roads and all that stuff that they've been hearing about. So I would love to do a movie in Meridian or Mississippi, but I want to tell it from a modern day perspective, not always so far back in the past, because if they continue to showcase that part, then they'll never really understand what it is now and what's going on now. Because the last thing I want is for the kids to grow up and then they go do an interview in New York, or they go do an interview on the West Coast, and someone says, I didn't expect you to talk that proper. You know, I dealt with that a lot in my career with people. As soon as I get to talking, I didn't expect you to sound like that. I'd be like, why? You know, it's like, oh, well, you know, Mississippi. Like, no, I don't know. You know, it's like, no, I'm educated, I'm smart, yeah, I'm country, but I know how to converse and have a conversation. So for me, it's like, how do we tell the story now? How do we talk about what's going on now and give it the lift that's needed? And I do believe Jamal Roberts started the conversation. And I'm just excited to be able to kind of, you know, along with him and Twysted and a lot of other people that I know, like, we got to keep shining that kind of light on Mississippi as well.
Thanks. You got one more question?
What do you say that Big Crit about? Oh man, so funny story. So my entire rap name in the beginning was Critical, which is Critical, so K.R.I.T. Everywhere I went, no one could pronounce it, right? And so they were literally messing my name up at battle rap competitions, messing my name up at any chance they got. So I was like, let me shorten it down to Crit. And even with that, they kind of messed it up because they was calling me Chris and calling me Kurt when it was spelled. And so I created an acronym for it, which is King Remembered in Time. So whenever I would say my name, then I would lead with the acronym, which totally made sense to people. And it also was a humble way of me saying that even if I'm not alive to see it, at some point my music and my creativity, someone would think of me as a king. So it made it where I could never be complacent, that I should always strive to be great. So that's how the name came to be. You a rapper, boss man? You want to ask the question? You rap? I can't hear you. What you saying? Sir. What's your rap name? You need a microphone. I can't hear. Triple M. Oh, Triple M. Oh, okay. Well, I'm assuming that's an acronym. We ain't gonna ask you what it means.
No, we gonna ask him what it means.
What it means? Okay, yeah, what it means?
I got 3 M's in my name.
Oh, word. That's fine.
What's your name?
See, you know, I'm trying to help you. Twysted like, nah, we're gonna ask you what it means. We gonna ask you what it means. Nah, you don't want it. That's why it's acronym.
So, Twysted told us earlier that he used to be in band. I don't know the name, but were you in band?
100%. Yes, I was in band. Before I got to Meridian High School marching band, I played the cello and in 5th and 6th grade. Well, I actually started with the cello a little earlier than that. And then when I got to Meridian High School, I picked up the sousaphone, or what would be the tuba. And so that's where I got my understanding of bass, because that instrument is literally the bass of the band. And I literally played tuba from, I think, 5th grade up until I graduated. And so that gave me a different understanding of how music works as well. And that's why I do produce my own music. And I do write my own music too. But yes, I was in band. So this also goes to say, just because somebody in band does not mean they're a nerd. And it's okay to be a nerd and in band. And band is not lame.
For sure.
Go be in band. And if you can't afford any other instruments, this is very important. A mouthpiece normally is $75, and they will provide you with the tuba or the sousaphone. Because we couldn't afford any other instrument. And so my grandmother literally got me $75, bought the mouthpiece, and then I was given the tuba and the sousaphone and provided that to start playing. Just in case you can't afford it.
And some of my best memories from high school was from band.
Yeah.
Shout out to the trombone line. Yeah.
See, we couldn't get one.
We got one more.
I heard one of the songs on the show on the mountain. You heard, I heard what they paid you for in the show. What happened now? Okay, so yeah, you heard MLB The Show. Yeah, a couple of my songs actually was on it. That would be a part of my production and publishing. So it wasn't even so much that I got paid for it. It also added on to what would kind of be my catalog in a sense. Now I can't tell you what I got paid for because I didn't actually make money off of it in a sense, but it helped with my publishing so I could garner what would be more collateral down the line, if that's it. So no, yeah, I didn't get paid off of it.
Any more questions?
And what it means to be on the billboard?
What do you say?
What it mean to be on
What it mean to be on Billboard?
That means check. Yeah, it definitely means a check. It means something very good to be on Billboard because what is it, like Billboard Top 200?
Yeah, I mean, but it's notoriety too.
Yeah, it's notoriety, but it's like, well, speaking on the situation, I was saying it was just huge for me because it's like it was number one.
That's how we get somebody to pay $15,000 to make a beat.
What, how much it going?
It ain't even that. It's just to know that you made it on this chart, thinking about how much music in the word drop. Like it definitely means something.
Boy, you being humble. I ain't never been number one on Billboard.
Hey man.
Hey, let me tell you something. That's a huge accomplishment. And we clap it over Twysted team.
We want to be
I can tell you what that sleep after the song.
I literally went back to sleep on.
No, but that's huge.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right, one more.
I got a quick, that song,
Night Down for Preacher Lord. That was one of my favorite songs.
Man, thank you, guys.
My favorite songs. I still got them on my phone. And I still, I'm a huge fan of yours as well.
Man, thank you. Yeah, I'm pretty, only the grown folks know that song. Only grown people know that song. That's how I do.
Fred, do you have any artists you want to collab with in the future?
Yes, there are artists I want to collab with. I mean, if I could get a song with Al Green, I know that's way beyond your age, but people like Al Green, I love soul artists. There's a couple people that I don't actually have a song with right now. I'm trying to think of time. I mean, who would that? I pretty much work with everybody out there, but I don't have a song with Beyonce clearly. See what I'm saying? I don't got a song with. I got a song with J. Cole. But I would like to do something a little bit different. Who would you want to do? I'm trying to think.
Yeah, they asked me. I told them, honestly, we all still want that Drake place.
Yeah, we ain't got one of them.
Yeah, we ain't got one of them. But I said,
I want a song with Kendrick.
John Legend.
John Legend.
Yeah, John Legend, Lisa Keys.
Oh yeah.
Somebody like that. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I would love to get one of them.
I got somebody got a question. It asks, what's the importance of giving back to like the community?
It's everything. I mean, even being able to be here and experience this, because when I was younger, these kind of opportunities didn't really come up, and so we didn't have the opportunity to actually hear maybe how to bypass some of the negativity when it comes to the music industry. To be able to give back in this way, to be able to talk about my journey is actually fulfilling to me, because it lets me know that I'm actually doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And that's kind of what it's all about. I mean, no one ever thought that we would even be able to get this far, I think, from Meridian, Mississippi when it comes to music. I mean, when I dropped my first project, the next natural step was to go to Birmingham and then work in Birmingham. Then I ended up working in Atlanta, living there, and then going to New York. And it's always having to go from state to state to prove yourself, because we can't just blow up in Meridian, Mississippi, and then that be it. And so to be able to come back, and then how social media works and how things work now, that y'all actually have the opportunity to drop something and it be so impactful and so massive that you can actually stay in Mississippi and also do what you need to do within this music industry. But I will tell you, if anything, do travel, do see more of the world, and then bring back all that knowledge that you can back home, because it's very important that we start building up our infrastructure as well. I mean, even being able to be down here and talk to y'all about the music industry, and then the next step is showing y'all how to record music and where to record the music at, and giving y'all the outlets to also put out your creativity, whether the world is listening to it or not.
Hey man, he hit right on. Yeah, he hit right on.
I got one more.
I got a question for Chris.
What's that?
Would you make a song with Rick Take a Leak?
I live under a rock. I can't confirm. I don't.
Yeah, he's not familiar with Rick Taylor, so yeah.
Any more questions, man?
So like, who your top 3 best rappers like right now? Like right now, generation?
Top 3 best rapper right now. I mean, I'm gonna have to say some Mississippi folk, man. Akeem Ali been doing his thing. Bill Silas been doing his thing out of Jackson, Mississippi. Man, who else, man? He said top 3. I'm gonna have to say me, man.
You got to.
I'm gonna have to say me. I'm all right. It's all Mississippi in the building right now. You feel me?
I'm not even gonna try to think. That's tough.
We got any more questions? Oh, okay.
Well, you put no calorie. No calorie walk.
Hey, slow down.
Coming from high school singing in 2015, what was your inspiration for doing the album Cadillac?
Man, so it was almost, because I did the album live from the underground. I self-produced all of it myself. I went through a lot trying to prove that not only am I a rapper, but I produce and I can mix my own records, even down to, like creating a concept from my album covers. And everywhere I would go, it was like, look, I'm doing all this, and it's like, oh, okay, that's what's up. So I was just kind of trying to be creatively boastful by creating an entire planet called Cadillac, make an entire album around the idea of being from this planet, just to showcase this is how far I can go creatively, whether you're paying attention or not, right? And it was a challenging thing, but it also showed me that if you're not out here actively making the music or the art for yourself, trying to impress people, you're gonna run into a roadblock. It's gonna drain your energy. So after Catalactica, I decided it wasn't so much about impressing the outward world or trying to prove to them that Mississippi got talent. It was more like, you know what, I'm gonna do this for me. I'm gonna keep trying to do it at the greatest, level I can, and at some point they're gonna pay attention. But without risking my energy or my creative vibe just because they don't get it.
So I'm an artist, and I'm a singer and rapper, but I consider myself to be like multi-dimensional or otherworldly, right? So I'm wondering if you are working on a current project, and also if you're open to that type of female collaboration, because I feel like with the females right now, which I love them, I think they're great, but there's also a message that they're bringing to the youth, and I kind of want to counter that.
Well, two things. I'm actually done with my project. I'm in the process of rolling it out, but I would definitely be interested in hearing your music. Give you some, ideas about it, how to promote it and all that. I'm not against actually collabing, but there is a process with that as far as like respectfully being at the level where it would make sense, right? But just so you can get the best out of it. What's your artist name? You didn't even say that.
My name is Asia, but my artist name is K.R.I.T. And you were...
Not the demo. Hey, deal now. Hold on.
They got fancy. They don't just cut all day.
He said deal. Let's go.
That's that other world.
Okay.
So, it's Twysted, but I noticed too the other day, or maybe it was a while ago, you were asking about, I think, graphic designers.
Yes.
And you put an email on there, so I sent you like 8 songs last night.
So you said 8 songs with the graphic, okay.
To that email.
Yeah, I'm only gonna look at.
I don't know if that's you or not.
Yeah, that's definitely me. But I would only look at the visuals. If you send me music, yeah, that's the wrong email. But definitely, I'm willing to listen to music, or if you can definitely send it, I'm willing to check it out.
I want to say something about that type of situation. You see, you say you posted an email about graphic designs, whatever you posted, and you sent music. Them type of situations can make or break. You know what I'm saying? Like he said, he put that email up. He looking for specifically this, and you sent this. It can be a time where you do something like that, and he might be like, I remember her from doing this. I ain't gonna look at her from doing it. You know what I'm saying? But it's a matter of shooting shot. You know, right? It's a matter of shooting shot.
That is true, but in certain cases, you got to take into consideration how many times someone might have been sent an email or been sent music. And I'm here to tell you, just because someone jumps on your song, just because you collab with someone, or if they don't, does not determine whether you're going to be what you're supposed to be within your career. A lot of people have told me no, or I didn't get opportunities. That did not stop me from still creating the song, still working towards putting my music out, and I still was able to achieve it. And then looking back, it didn't make me look at that artist and be like, oh man, you ain't working with me when I was, because it just didn't align. It happens, right? But I should have no part or play in the fact that if it's meant for you, it's going to happen.
Thanks. Questions? I got something I want to say. I ain't gonna leave out here without doing this. Hey, if y'all don't know, this is my brother Joey Fresh, man. He just did that new beat job. You know what I'm saying? Blue job is going crazy right now. So my boy is on his way to, you know what I'm saying, being one of the top producers too from Reading, Mississippi. Yeah.
Come on, Joy. Come on, Joy.
Talk to him, Joe. Come on now.
Yo, what's up, y'all?
What's up?
If you from the Boys and Girls Club, raise your hand. Hey, this for y'all. I ain't gonna say but a few things. To sit right here with these guys, in this moment in time is a true blessing, because on my come up to even want to be a producer, I had this guy we grew up together as kids at church. And I had him for an example to somebody to watch, to even want to do this. And I saw the trials and tribulations that came with it, and it made me realize if I want to do this, I'm really going to do this no matter what. I'm not going to quit. I'm not going to give up. And this profession right here is coming from the town that we live in. It's almost invisible if you look at it with a normal eye. But you can do it. Right now is the time when you need to be figuring out what you really want to do when you get our age or before that. And I'm not no big talker, and I'm kind of nervous because all y'all looking at me crazy.
It's all good.
But I'm enjoying this moment. It's been a long time coming, and I finally had my time to shine, and the good Lord looking out for me. So y'all listen to Key Glock, play that Blue Devil till you can't play it no more, and we coming.
We're talking about artistry. We're talking about producers. How important are the people around the artists, like the different levels of, like, with the A&Rs and the management and videographers and all these people? How important are those aspects of the industry?
It's 100% important for starters, but it's also important to have the right person that's filling those positions for you, though. I mean, clearly, if something was to happen overnight and you were to blow up, there would be tons of people that would want to be your manager, who would want to be your videographer, or who would want to be in your corner. But it's also important to remember the people that were around in the beginning and to still have that outlet and allow them to have access to communicate with you. Because the farther you get, it's going to be important that people know who you are and what kind of individual you are. When it comes to A&Rs, I wouldn't say that they don't really exist to a certain degree anymore. So it's not even so much about someone's gonna tell you what you should be doing with your music. It's more about you knowing what you want to do with your music, what you want to do with your craft. Having a good lawyer, someone that understands paperwork, is very important, because down the line you want to make sure you own your music, that you own your master, that you understand what publishing is, that you have an understanding of, yes, this song might have done very well now, but as it goes down the line, what do you receive of licensing later on? How many people are involved in your career could impact how much money you make as well? Because the bigger the honorars, the bigger the team, the more people you have to pay for. And a lot of artists have learned that now. You see them, they used to have 20, 30 people around them. Now they got like 5, or they might have just their mama and their cousin, because over time, the money does get burned through, and then you realize like you didn't even need all of that. You just need the core people that were there.
Twysted. Hey man, you took it away, man. You took it away, man. No way, man. I just want to piggyback on what Jules said a minute ago. Like it's at the time right now they need to be figuring out what they want to do. Like, man, I was about, and they said my mom was in. I don't know if she's still in there. But man, I was about 12 or 13 when I looked them dead in the face and told them, look, this what I'm finna be, this what I'm finna do. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't telling y'all to be disobedient, but I'm just saying, like, you gotta stand on what you want to be, because can't nobody walk your road with you. Nobody. So that's what I had to do. I looked my mom and my dad in the face about 12, 13 and told them, look, this is what I'm gonna do, man. Sometimes you just gotta go against the grain. Sometimes you gotta go against all grain. You gotta make your life. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Can I ask you a question? Because I know mine. When I started around 12, 13 years old. All my beats were terrible. I couldn't rap very well. You know what I'm saying? And Joy remember my, it wasn't good. You know what I'm saying? But over time, it got better. Was your beats jamming immediately?
oh no,
Okay.
man.
So
I'm gonna tell you a story. I'll never forget the first beat I made. I remember y'all probably remember. It was back when they used to do Arts in the Park.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You know, my mama stayed right down the street. So this one day, My dad got us up, it's like Saturday. You know, he got us up 9 o'clock. We gotta clean the yard, but we can do anything. So, clean the yard. I got my first computer, woo, so I'm still figuring out the program. I'll never forget. Man, I sat there probably 7 hours and made a beat. I named it $1 Million Beat. Trash. I went down that y'all here. The important thing is to understand it's not always going to be good. My parents did not like my music in the beginning. They did not like my beats and very much encouraged me to just play baseball.
Hold on. First, tell them how you used to make your beats at first. What you started.
So I used to make my beats on PlayStation. Yeah, so back, and I ain't gonna tell you the year, but it was a program on PlayStation where you could make beats, and I made all my beats on them back then, and I swore up and down I was gonna be better than Tim. You couldn't tell me nothing. And so over time, people would tell me and gave me their honest opinion, which was, this don't sound good. Keep working at it. This don't sound good, keep working at it. And eventually, by the time I turned around 16, 17, I had made something that impressed people to the point they said, you made that? Like, you did that? And at that point, I realized, like, oh, okay, now I really have something. But there's gonna be a lot of people that don't like your music, might not like your painting, your art, your production, but keep working at it. And if they don't like it in the beginning, does not mean you should put it down immediately. Just keep working at it, and at some point, somebody gonna be like, man, who did that? And then you get to be like, I did. You know what I'm saying? It was like that for me. Like, when I started making beats, I never forget, I used to take my beats to some guys in the city, and they would rap on them. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't one of them. Nah, you wasn't one of them.
Okay,
you wasn't one of them. You were gone.
Baby.
And they would rap on them. I guess, you know, basically they wasn't good enough. But like you said, when it came to a point where they got good enough, it was like, you made this? And then to the point, all right, we want to do something to this. I'm like, okay, now we getting somewhere. You feel me? But it takes time, though. It takes time. For sure.
And on that note, we're going to transition to the importance of mental health, because with all this genius in the room, you have to take care of your mind. We have Mr. Zach. He's going to mention that in a bit.
How y'all doing, boy? You messing right now? You gonna sit right here?
I ain't want to interfere with K.R.I.T and Twysted them. Yeah, my name is Zach B. From Meridian, born and raised. I grew up around K.R.I.T. I grew up around Twysted. I also sing.
Awesome direction. We want to see everybody's face. If you're standing directly behind someone, we cannot see your face. Find a window between two shoulders. That will help you see.
The old school rule is if you can't see us, we can't see you. So all the cameras gonna be pointed right there. So if you can see the camera, we can see you. If you cannot see the camera, we cannot see your face. That's old school rule. That still works.
If you can see the camera, he can see you.
You cannot see me, I can't see you. That's your free. 1, 2.
Good job, y'all.
Yeah, camera 1 here.
1, 2, 3.
All right, I got y'all right here on 3. 1, 2, and 3. Don't y'all keep moving.
Look, I'm giving you direction.
All right. What?
Oh, man, thank you.
Frank is going to take room. I guess y'all right die in the pitch. Go up in there for me.
Yeah. Come on the other side. I know what I'm going to do. And I'm going to take your spot. Don't move. You save it.
All right.
Hold up, quick. One more. I'm gonna get it out. Can you get yours? Bro, come on, bro.
They withstood, man. So I'm getting ready to get a pair of
I be acting up, put my ass on tube. She calling me a hoe, cause she see me with the hoochie. Mary face like I'm Biggie, do my dance like I'm Shiggy.